Take a look at this. I like the wording here. As California lurches towards socialism, new Golden State legislation could upend U.S. capitalism. Now, that is a frightening headline, and it was written by Steve Forbes, who just happens to be with me right now. What new legislation pushes California down the socialist road?
Well, there are two pieces. Last year, they passed a bill effectively taking over independent restaurateurs in California. They put in a 10-member panel that can dictate wages, working conditions, mandate benefits, unless they join a particular union.
Is that, wait, it's a government panel saying, you got to do this, this,
yes,
and this.
Yes. So the restaurateurs got together and said, we're putting this on the ballot. The authorities in California outraged. Why should voters have a say on something like this? So now they're pushing a law through the legislature. You know, franchisors, if you have a McDonald's franchise, you own it, even though you have the McDonald's brand. Now they want to ban that in California, in effect, upend it, where you, in effect, are now a corporate employee of McDonald's, which means they can reach the deep pockets of McDonald's, they can do this, that, and the other thing. So what's bad here is sets a model for the rest of the nation. If California gets away with it, Washington's going to be fast taking over the auto industry and other industries. They don't have to take you over formally, as the socialists once thought. Modern socialists know you do it through regulation, which makes your life dependent on government bureaucrats.
That's very true. Now, that's the first piece of legislation. You've got a second one?
Yeah, the first one was that 10-member panel, which dictated. But then when it looked like it was going to go on the ballot, the unions retaliated. They're pushing through the legislature now. Legislation that in effect says you're now going to be part of a corporation like McDonald's. If you have a McDonald's franchise, you're an independent business person. No longer. You're going to be treated as if you work for McDonald's. So they're stripping away independent businesses, going for the deep pockets of corporations like McDonald's. And no. They're getting away with it.
And
it's
that
outrageous.
bullet train, the $100 billion bullet train, still is not going to be built. And that's the way it is.
No, first they got to build that railroad under the Pacific Ocean.
Let's not forget that one. You can't forget it. There's another one here. I've got a survey, a new survey, reliable survey. It shows that about 2/3 of adults, 65 and older, have money in stocks. They're sticking with stocks. I'm a baby boomer. I think you probably are too, pretty close anyway. We like stocks. We're into stocks. And I think that's a good thing.
Well, it is a good thing. One is it recognizes that despite all the dumb things that governments are doing today, this country will recover. And two, thankfully, overall, we're living longer. So having a fixed income instrument is not going to get us through our 80s, 90s, maybe even 100. So it's good you need some stocks.
We need to have youngsters discover the joys of compounding interest. So that if you put your money...
said one of the great miracles, compounding interest.
It is. You put your money away in a 401k or an IRA in your 20s or early 30s. You hold on to it for 30, 40 years, and you're going to do very well.
Far better than Social Security, too.
That's very true. That's very true. Steve?